please. I'm Marion Salter, and I'm the acting chairman until Mrs. Gahagan returns. And our first order of business is to confirm the minutes of our last regular meeting. And I understand that we had an issue with some of the processing of the minutes. So I need a motion to dispense with the minutes, approving of the minutes for this meeting.
So moved.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded that we postpone the affirmation of the minutes. All those in favor say pro.
Pro.
Yes, no. Say no.
Yeah.
All right. We're moving to old business. Is there any old business to come before the meeting that we do not know of? Okay.
No, sir.
We go to new business, 3.1 Madison Pier, 617 2nd Street. And this is for ratification. If y'all will look in your folders, this is the building across the street from Lazion's, and the upper deck was about to collapse. I had a lot of issues, so they went in before the holidays and repaired that with light wood and stain. So I need a motion to ratify that,
Move to
please.
ratify.
Second.
It's been moved by Dr. Horton, ratified by, who ratified it?
I second it.
Mr. Donahoe. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, that passes. And the next one is 3.2 Winter Haven Professional Counseling Service, 714 3rd Street. Is there anybody here for that? Would you like to go to the podium, please?
There's building.
And you just want to tell us what you've done, or what you did, yeah.
Yeah, Brian Small, Winter Haven Professional Counseling. We're moving our business from 1760 Texas Street to 714 3rd Street, and need the proper signage, just stating the business name and office hours.
Okay, well, I understand that it already has been done and been approved.
Yes.
By the home office. And also, just for information purposes, if you do anything else that you want to do before, to the building or anything, you need to come to us before you actually do anything to the building
Okay.
in the future.
Does the sign meet all the
It does.
measurement requirements?
Yes, sir.
I move to approve the application.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been approved by Mr. Donahoe, seconded by Dr. Horton. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you very much for coming, and good luck at your new location.
Thank you.
Okay, 3.3 Holy Cross Catholic Church. Fran, I believe, is here representing the church. If you'd like to tell us a little bit what you'd like to do.
Hello, my name's Fran Lemoyne. I'm here as a parishioner and as a member of the Finance and Pastoral Council of Holy Cross Catholic Church, located at 129 2nd Street. We're interested in enhancing the exterior of the building. The main entrance going into the sacristy is the entrance, and the photo shown there. It's a plate glass window, doesn't provide much in the way of privacy or heat or UV protection, and we're interested in applying some window treatments to the windows that would mimic the stained glass that's in the adjacent building, which is actually the sacristy of the church. We're also interested in changing the very broken down sign to the Catholic Student Center, which is directly across 2nd Street from the church, with a design that pairs with the design of the windows. And so we've gotten Fisher Sports that would be providing the application, and it's just to keep in line with the stained glass that's on the sacristy in the building that's adjacent to it.
So it's really not stained glass. It's kind of like a, like you put on car windows.
Correct,
or
it's a
tinted.
printed graphic.
It's a printed graphic, okay.
That mimics, and it does provide, it
So
is somewhat translucent. It's a 59% transparency, so you are able to get that same effect in terms of a glow of light from the inside
from
to
the
the
inside.
outside.
Okay, commissioners, do you have any questions or thoughts for Mrs. Lemoyne? All right, do I hear a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, it's been motion by Dr. Horton, approved by Mr. Donahoe, to approve the application for the Catholic Church windows. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None?
Okay,
So
thank
good
you.
luck.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see it. It looks
Yeah, it
really
looks
nice.
beautiful.
I think it's going to be
We're
very
looking forward
nice.
to it.
Nice addition. Yeah, okay. How are you, Ralph? Okay, 3.4, Robert O'Brien, 417 Jefferson Street. Is he here? Yes. Oh, would you like to go to the podium, please? And I notice you have two applications. We'll talk about the first one, about your garage.
Okay,
And you have submitted the photos here,
yes.
okay?
In purchasing the property, we found out that the garage
project.
had significant damage to it. We had 3 inspections. The third actually brought to us the fact that the floor itself, which is suspended,
Correct,
is rotted.
okay?
If someone were to, and they said it was about 50 pounds, would jump on it, that the floor actually would have collapsed down about 4.5 feet. And so what we were looking for was to board up the front, which we have done. And it is boarded such that there is no way to get to the actual front. The front is now sunken in, and the screws are hidden so that we came up from the bottom.
From the bottom, okay.
And there's no way a child can actually even
Sure.
get in at this point.
What are your plans for the future of that garage?
We're trying to get to the point that I can restore it
Okay.
to the point. Since the initial inspection, we found that there is a pillar that sits right against the old library land that has nothing supporting it. We also have a couple of the roof tiles that are completely disintegrated, and that's what's actually caused the,
All the wear, yeah.
yes. And so I'm trying to get to the point. We also have found some of the wood that's in the floor on the property. So we're trying to find out how much we have versus what we'll have to find.
So what we're really asking, what you're asking for is a temporary,
Yes,
yes, where this will be closed off. And then at a later date, you can come back to us and then present to us what you would like to do with that, with the garage.
yes. I'm having the house interior first,
Sure, sure.
painted back to what we think we
Think it was.
found
Uh-huh.
in the 1980 part as coloring
Sure.
and all that.
Sure.
And then we'll work to the outside once we have good temperatures.
Well, you know, if this goes on like, say, a year's time, then I would like for you to come back and just kind of give us an update on that, so that, because you can see that from the street. And so, just so we know what we're dealing with, if we need to take any further action to make it look nicer, you know, than what it is.
We actually will start on that phase of a solution in January to come up with a plan
Okay, that's fine.
that we can then show
Sure.
to you.
All right, well, do I have a motion at this point to basically ratify then his boarding up of the front of that garage for safety purposes?
So moved. Second.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Mr. Donahoe, seconded by Mr. Wilson. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay. All right, thank you for that. Now, we'll get on to your house. Does everybody know which house this is? I'm sorry. It's the house that sits next door to the right of the old parish library is the house we're talking about. And you'll see the photographs in your papers here. I'll let you explain what you'd like to do.
You want me to go to the picket fence or to the?
Well, picket fence is what
Okay.
you're asking for, the picket fence at this point,
What I'm
right?
trying to do with the house is bring it back to the last known good colors, and what we have as far as from the historical piece that was done in the 1980s, and from the federal government and state, from their pictures.
Okay. Now, you mentioned in here, of course, I know you're going to repair the rotted wood and things like that.
Yes.
What are the actual paint colors on the exterior that you
The-
plan to use?
The original was white.
Okay?
The part that is pink now on the front was white, but the other part was true concrete.
Okay?
They don't think that they can get the concrete back to
To
true
concrete.
concrete.
Right? Okay.
So part of what we're saying is that white is probably what we'll get to.
Okay. When, if it's not just pure white, if it has a different name than white, then we need to know that, and we can have a little sample that needs to go on our records
Okay,
so that you can just drop it off at Mrs. Rock's office, and we'll put it in your packet. And that way, and the only other thing that I would suggest if you want to get it back to concrete is if you paint that part concrete color. You know, you
Okay.
could theoretically get into a gray tone that would resemble concrete, and then do your contrasting with your white. So whatever you do, we need to know the actual paint color, but for right now, we'll put white,
okay.
okay? All right, so that takes care of the painting and the repairs that will be done to the wood in the back. Now, what is the picket fence that you would like to do?
I do have a dog,
Okay?
and
That's, in other words, that's fine.
it is a Shetland sheepdog, so it's pretty small.
Uh-huh,
I'd like to put in a picket fence. It would be directly behind the house.
oh, okay,
It would not show to the street, but would show to the
sure, to the riverside.
riverside.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
Where would it, I'm sorry, where would it connect and everything? What are you fencing in the back?
It would be directly behind the house.
Would it
There's
start
a-
at the end of the driveway, Mr. O'Brien?
It would be at the
End of the
side
driveway
of
in
the
house?
driveway,
Okay.
back to the garage,
Okay,
and go across the back and then up at the corner of the house. It would not protrude
it
to the
wouldn't come
area
over
which
to the
has
side, it would
a-
stop at the corner.
It would have the area where the air conditioner, the heater and all like that, that would not be part of it.
Correct, I see what you're talking about, that's on the side there.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it as,
Because there's a lot of concrete.
Yeah, that's what
back
I'm
there,
wondering.
actually.
Are you
there is
just-
a lot of concrete.
How far back are you going on the lot? Are you going all the way to the garage?
No, we're not going that far.
All right, I
Okay,
get it.
what will it be made
I
out
grew
of?
up in a small lot in Houston.
Oh, okay. And the picket fence will be made out of what?
We're trying to find someone in Natchitoches that will do a wood picket fence.
Okay, do you know the height?
We're looking for 44 inches, but I'm having real trouble finding someone who will do a picket fence.
Chantrell, do you know of anybody that's come through the office?
Not for wood. Most of everybody wants to
Madam Chair,
do.
there's one person that comes to mind, and I think he's working on a project just north of here.
Who's
Mr.
that?
Jerry Walker, he's a local carpenter. So he comes to mind. I think he's working on something north of here before getting to Texas Street on the other side of the
Someone
city.
put a picket fence up on the corner of the Pine Street Bridge.
That is, I was gonna say, that's Todd working. Maybe we could contact Todd working. I do have his number.
Because he just replaced a bunch of that fence. I'm wondering if they do picket fence.
He doesn't, but
He's probably gonna
he's
come.
probably got somebody. I could put you in contact with Todd if you'll wait after the meeting, I'll give you his number. And Todd could tell you who did theirs. He's put in 3 or 4 picket fence,
Good,
yeah.
because I even turned
Someone
to
came before us.
the
when we did
real
the
estate
roads,
company
I'm
and
trying to remember who it
addressed
was.
their people today
That
and
was,
said, I'm looking for anybody at this point. The companies that say they do, they're in
They really don't, yeah.
the internet, they're all saying no now.
There'll be somebody here
Okay,
locally. We'll try to find you somebody.
okay.
You'll just, okay. Is there anything else that you wanted approval for at this time, besides the painting and the picket fence? I assume you're gonna paint the picket fence? Or are you gonna leave it natural?
No, I was going to bring it back to white.
Okay, all right.
Well,
Now, you're trying to get this done soon, Mr. O'Brien? Because I think I saw somewhere where you said is this, I'm sorry, I guess
No,
the rest of the
that's-
garage.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
the
was the
garage.
other
My
yeah.
apologies.
The garage was
looking
the
through your
most
cadre of items.
important
Right.
piece.
Okay.
So
And you
what
said
we're gonna be
festival
approving
time.
then is the color of white on your exterior, the repairs to the back of the house with treated lumber and then painted and everything. And then, approval of a picket fence, 44 inches in height, painted white.
I move to approve the application.
Okay, it's been,
And I do
Moved by
have
Doug.
pop ponds at the house, so I will follow up with him on the concrete
okay.
piece of it and
Okay.
get back to you.
We have a motion, do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, it's been approved, excuse me, it's been, Jared Donahoe has moved, Dr. Horton has, not Dr. Horton, Dr.
Owens?
Owens, sorry, Drake. I'm so used to saying first names. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Mr. O'Brien, you may go ahead and proceed with your work, and then I will get you that number for
Great.
Todd, or I'll call him and get it for you.
Thank you very much.
Okay? Thank you. All right, the next one is 3.5, 3.6, David Green. And Yana, I think you're here for that. All righty, if you'd like to tell us.
You guys see me over the, I'm teasing.
Yeah.
Good
Stand
evening,
on
thank
tippy
you.
toe.
I know, right? I should have worn my
Yeah.
heels today. Thank you. Yes, I am representing David and Carrie Green. Their hope is to open Green Orthodontics here in Natchitoches, in downtown Natchitoches. And they are proposing a change in the building that you see on the screen. They are hoping to add windows and shutters and awnings to that side street of the building. For today, they have other things that they want to change to the building, but for now, they wanted to look and add those windows to the side. They have 2 different options that are in your packet. They are perfectly fine with either option. One option is shutters, new windows and shutters, but with a continuous canopy from the back to the front, with a little bit, it's not going to be as deep as the shutters that are previously there on the back half of the building due to the 2 electrical poles that are in the way. So the awning's going to be a little bit shorter if they go continuous. The option 2 is it'll be the new windows and individual shutters, obviously for each of those windows, but the awnings would be individual awnings over each window,
Okay.
is what they're proposing.
Are they wanting basically to come from the back and just basically come all the way to the front and make it look the same?
Yes, sir. They want a more of a cohesive look for that building because right now, the first half is painted white, the back half is that beautiful brick, and it really gives that,
So you're looking at, you really are wanting option one?
well, they are okay with either. Whichever is the most aesthetically pleasing that is okay with the committee. I got on the phone with them
Both of them
today.
were fine.
Both
of them.
It's the one on the, option one is a continuation of what's already there.
Sure.
Which would be cheaper and would have the same look.
Yes, it's just gonna be a little bit less deep, so you're gonna have a longer awning in the back and then a shorter awning in the front.
And I was also thinking, like when it's raining, you're gonna be parking down that side street. And if it's nice to have it covered the whole way.
You're right, yeah.
That's one thing I was thinking.
And you
but-
can't help that there's a pole there, so I mean, there's nothing you can do with that.
True.
Sure,
This is
Sydney,
very
move that,
true.
please.
I worked
Can't
with
do anything
the,
with the pole, right?
Yeah,
I worked with them, on this application. They're basically trying to make the Trudeau more attractive, but also to provide more light for the building, because really it's limited by the front street view, which they're leaving at this point alone. So the side, if you notice all the way through, they're even bringing forward the bevel of lights that are in the back. They would put those
In the front as well.
equidistantly in the front. So it's making what looks really good on the very back of that building come all the way to the front. So if anything, it's gonna make that street a little more pleasing, because right now you've just got two walls, one on both sides of the road.
That's true.
looks very nice.
It's really nice.
Are the lanterns gonna be bevelo? I mean, what is the,
Yes.
Yes,
by
sir.
bevelo?
They truly just want to have that continuous look from the back to the front.
Okay, do you know at this time, their plans, you got brick on one and paint on the other, what they plan to do? Are they asking that at this point?
They're not
Or
asking that at
paint or
this
anything?
point. They just want to be sure because to get the final cost of the construction,
Oh,
they know the
okay.
windows are going to be
Okay.
once they get final approval, if they can have the windows and the shutters, then they'll be able to come
Okay.
back to the
No,
committee
okay.
for the color. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
They were not, Dr. Green was more, I think he was as interested in getting the paint off as he could, but can you is another question, and we're having that problem at the school with the back of the gyms. We thought we could get the paint off and we can't.
Yeah.
So I think that's what he's waiting to see if it's even possible
It
to
might be,
remove it.
yeah, we'll get to that.
So anyway, that's why he's left that.
Okay, well, tonight then, we're just asking for windows and shutters.
Yes, ma'am.
And
awning.
we'll approve like,
And awning.
the color of the shutter and the,
Yeah, and all that will be decided later.
And
Later.
the awning you're moving, I mean, what you're asking for is to basically take from the back and bring it to the front with
Yes,
the
sir.
same.
Yes, sir.
does the city have any plans to put the, utilities underground on Trudeau? That might affect their design of the, not that you know of.
I'm not sure yet.
Did they move that one pole?
Yeah, I mean, they,
Is
I mean,
that
I know there at one point had been an idea to try to put all the utilities downtown underground. And I just didn't know if that eventually does happen, if that changes which of these options you want to do. I'm not sure
I
it
think that's a
does.
long time. Yeah, that's wishful thinking.
But if you did, I would imagine they would come back and make the awning as far out as they could in the
Yes.
long run.
I would imagine so.
Okay, does the commission have any other questions that they want to ask? Okay, do I
I
have a
move to
motion?
approve the application.
Okay.
It's great.
Second.
Donahoe, the application, Dr. Owens seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So you can go back and tell them that the commission prefers the one awning.
You got it. I will
Right.
then. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, is there any other new business to come before the commission? Anything else, Chanterelle?
Nothing
Okay.
at all.
All right, do I hear a motion to close the meeting?
Go general law firm.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.